The role of the steering committee is to guide the implementers of the .Africa project and keep reminding them that although the implementation is happening in South Africa, the project is for the whole continent and it needs to reflect the diversity and inclusiveness of the continent. We were quite lucky that the announcement that the application had passed the evaluation stage was very timely, just before the ICANN 47. So during this meeting, we moved our focus from getting to deal with ICANN, answer any questions they have, to now explaining to the African stakeholders the next steps, particularly the need to draw up the reserved names lists in the various countries, and also to present to the stakeholders present the portal on which the reserved names will be entered. The next steps obviously are the technical steps of testing the systems that are working okay, reviewing the contract, finalizing, signing the contract, and then going into the commercial aspects of the sunrise period and eventually the launch of .Africa. Currently, African users of the internet mainly have two choices: either to register their website names under their country codes like .ke, .za, and so on, or to go to .com if their interests are beyond their country markets. Now, .Africa presents a business opportunity to address the African market as a whole. Whether you are a business person coming from outside Africa, or you are a business in Africa wanting to address the African market. And I think we are going to see tremendous growth in this area because this kind of service has not been there up to now. So we believe there's going to be a tremendous growth in the domains registered and in their actual use, as well as the applications that run on those sites. Well, I got involved because I head the ICT section in the NEPAD agency. And the NEPAD agency is the technical body of the African Union responsible for the implementation of regional and continental programs. So once the African ministers responsible for ICT had asked the African Union to take charge and work on the implementation of the project, we got involved, working very closely with the Information Society Division of the African Union Commission, as we do on most other projects in ICT, whether they are in infrastructure, in e-skills and capacity development, creation of enabling environments, or development of e-applications and services. We work closely together, and this is how we got involved in the .Africa project. NEPAD has four focus areas in ICT, and one of those is the e-skills and capacity development on the continent. Under there we have the NEPAD e-schools initiative, which we are launching the next phase of this initiative in the coming months. But beyond that, we work on the development of e-applications and e-services in areas like e-government, e-health, e-education, and so on and so forth. So we will continue to work with our partners in the African Union Commission, but more importantly with the private sector, because most of the investments in ICT are from the private sector, and we have this partnership that through which we work. It's called the Information Society Partnership for Africa's Development, abbreviated to ISPAD.